Dear friends, I recently shared with you our anticipation to move into the next part of our own recovery and resume our public worship life beginning on July 6th. As you may recall from that pastoral update, I also shared that all of our planning and preparation is built on the presumption that we continue to make progress in the overall health and recovery of our greater community. So if we experience a setback, we will need to respond appropriately and return to a greater amount of precautions and protective measures. Unfortunately, we are experiencing such a setback in regard to the spread of the coronavirus in our area, with confirmed cases affecting every community that we serve. The state of Ohio has implemented a 4-level public emergency system related to COVID. Currently, Hamilton County is at level 3, with 5 key indicators being reported in addition to the number of new cases. At level 3, that alert calls for the community to limit activities as much as possible, as well as to follow all the current health orders. The directive from our bishop is that congregations within a county with a level 3 or 4 indicator need to return or remain to a suspension of in-person worship and exercise a high degree of protective measures and precautionary limits. Following the directive from our bishop, with this increase in health concerns, we will maintain our current level of safeguards and delay our return to in-person worship at this time. Worship for Sundays and Tuesdays will remain online. While we are following the latest information from the Ohio Department of Health, we are also in conversation with our diocese for the next steps towards our reopening. Our community continues to connect online through our website and our dedicated YouTube channel, where you can find services presented for you to pray and worship in your homes. We also have that dedicated page within our website where you can find the latest information and resources regarding St. Thomas and our response to COVID-19. The church remains open for individual prayer 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. Monday through Friday, and our parish offices continue to have limited staff on hand to coordinate essential ministries only. Even with this setback, we continue to be hard at work in a time of preparation for the next phase of our reopening and recovery, focusing on our community, our volunteers, and even our guests with what they can expect when we return to our public life. When we do reopen, I need to stress that it is not a return to the way things have always been. At the same time, it is not the new normal, but simply what is asked for us to respect and live into in this particular time. We all hope that this particular season of COVID would end, but the truth of scientific data tells us to be prepared for this part of our journey to be longer than any of us would have hoped for. In the meantime, we are getting prepared with new practices, supplies, protocols, and even programs as they roll out in the months ahead. While the primary work in these past months of the health crisis has fallen to our staff and leaders, there's a great work ahead still to be shared, both collectively and individually as volunteers. Some of this work will be familiar, but a lot has changed. We start with how we welcome people safely. We are looking for more volunteers to be greeters and ushers. Would you be willing to be trained to help us with this essential ministry? Until then, remember there are things we can all do to help, starting with our own practices of health and safety. It is not only good manners to keep washing your hands, it is now our practice. So too are wearing face masks and continuing to physical distance. Please stay well in this time. Stay connected, and may God's peace and blessings be with you and your whole family. Thank you.